Sup, you beautiful bastards? Hope you're having a fantastic Friday. Welcome to another episode of our dumb channel, and let's just jump into it. Bonus points if you get that reference. Hey, so last week, Jason asked me if I would tell the story of our friendship. And you know what? I sure will, because this is a good one. So Jason, before I start, I just wanted to say that your video last week, I was like tearing up on the train while I was watching it, and I shouldn't have been watching on the train. I should know better. But also, technically, your topic was to give 10 things that people should know about us, not about you. But I'll let it slide, because you're so cute. Alright, let's get started. So, the beginning of the friendship of Jason Pauly and Justin Bellman reaches back to the far, far depths of the year 2014. Jason being from a town in Michigan, me being a town from New York. Before then, we didn't meet, because how would that? We met when we both moved to where I'm at right now, Chicago. Please find my house, stalk me, kill me. Then I won't have to take midterms. So here we were, two little random freshman boys from completely different parts of the United States, coming together in this cultural hub. But the way that we met is a good story. On Jason's first night in Chicago, my second night in Chicago, my roommate at the time, Snow, who you've seen if you've ever watched videos on my channel. But why would you? I'm way more consistent on here now. Oops. Anyway, Snow was invited with a couple of friends to go to this thing that my college was holding called Casino Royale. It was basically like a shitty casino. Obviously there was no like real betting, there was no money involved, but it was just like, I don't even remember, did you like exchange tickets? I don't remember. You could like buy shit. I might be making half this stuff up. But Snow's friend at the time was like, come on, go, go, go. And Snow was like, I don't want to go. And I was like, I'll go. I, throughout all of middle school and high school, was a ridiculous introvert. So like to be in a place where I like barely or did not at all know anyone, I was like, I need to make some friends so my college career doesn't suck butts. So that's what I decided to do. I took the offer. We went and we waited in this line that was like out the door to get in. It was like we were waiting to get into a club. It was some stupid freshman shit. Classic. So basically it was just this place that was supposed to be like this fun outing for freshmen where you were supposed to be able to get to know other freshmen and whatever. So we're waiting in line outside, and it was Snow's friend at the time had invited this group of people, and there were these two girls, and the one girl had a friend who was the sweet mate of Jason. So I'm standing in line with like these 4 or 5 people that I'd never met before. We're like making jokes. I'm wearing a Batman shirt. This one girl's name is Robin. She goes, haha, Batman and Robin. And I'm like, okay. And then here comes this scrawny motherfucker with this open ass, plaid ass shirt, like buttoning it up as he's walking up, but only like not the top button, because he wants to look fresh. He wants to look tight. Jason, it's your fault. You asked me to tell this story. I'm gonna tell it the way I want. This is all true though, by the way. So the first thing that comes out of Jason's mouth, the first thing, I've never met this person before, and he introduces himself to this group of people by looking down at himself, looking up, and going, oh, sorry guys, I sweat through my shirt. And we were like, just kind of collectively, I think we didn't know what to think. But in my head, I was like, this guy, he clearly just thinks he's hot shit. Like, you know, he's got to brag about the fact that like he was probably working out or something. Like, okay, we get it. And the night goes on, and you know, Jason and I talk occasionally, but mainly I'm sticking around the original people that I was in line with. We take some pictures with the people that we were in line with. Picture here, point out Jason and me here. So yeah, the night ends, you know, everyone goes home, whatever. And so I wake up the next day and I'm going to convocation. If you don't know what convocation is, it's this thing that my school had where it was like everyone goes to the park in the city, and like we go under this big tent and everyone's like, huzzah, we're freshmen. Classic. So I'm walking to meet someone at the park, and who the fuck runs up to catch up with me but this guy? And we get to talking, you know, Jason asks me, like, who are my favorite directors? And at the time, I was like, oh, Joss Whedon and Christopher Nolan. And he was like, oh my god, I like those directors too. But have you ever seen Dr. Horrible's Sing-Along blog or Firefly? And I was like, hell yeah, hell yeah. And Jason was like, what's your favorite Christopher Nolan movie? I was like, at the time, it was Inception. So I said Inception. And Jason was like, hell yeah. And so we got to talking about movies, and we realized that we liked a lot of the same stuff. And so, you know, that was good. You know, we get to the event, And when we're about to, oh my god, I forgot about this. So we're going to the big tent where like all the freshmen are under, and where there's like a stage, and like the president of the school is gonna be there, and we're gonna do a chant where everyone says hell yeah, and we're like, fuck, this is edgy as shit. So it's about time for everyone to go to the tent, and Jason turns to us and goes, hey, come on. And he looks at me, he's like, come on, Jimmy. And I was like, who the fuck's Jimmy? And I was like, oh, it's Justin. And Jason was like, ah, shit, Justin. But it's okay because I thought his name was Jared. So over the next like year, Jason and I probably talk about 10 to 15 times. You know, Jason wants to do lighting tests, I'll be the subject. I have to take pictures for an image design class, Jason will be the subject. Like, we just helped each other out and stuff. We played a lot of pool because in our dorm building we had a pool table. But yeah, so totally, the times that we would totally hang out over the course of like this 9 or 10 months was about 10 to 15 times. Probably no more than that, which is like not a ton of time to like get to know someone. Like, you could probably become like acquaintances or friend level friends, like nothing really more than that. Except for the fact that we decided at the end of that year that we were gonna move in together next year. Cause why not? But it wasn't until like our sophomore year of college where we actually had moved in together, and we looked at each other and we were like, we don't really know anything about each other. Like, we barely have hung out, but we have this like best friend immediate connection where we were like, yeah, of course, this makes the most sense. And I think, honestly, like, from the bottom of my heart, I think that decision was what made us best friends. I ended up going through, like, a real tough time my sophomore year, and if I can give credit to any single person for doing the most work to getting me back on my feet, I'm not gonna cry, but it's Jason. Honestly, there are a lot of people that I want to thank for getting me through that really tough time, but Jason was there for me when no one else could have been. And so like that whole first semester of sophomore year was so hard and so rough for me that having someone like Jason help me through it, just not like even by like motivating me to do shit or whatever, but just like being there and like cheering me up and just like helping me get reaccustomed to living day-to-day life. Like, man, you pulled me up from the ground and like you got me back on my feet. But there are so many times throughout that year that I think back and we were doing stupid things or playing video games or going out on adventures or whatever, and it was always fun. I can honestly say I don't think me and Jason have ever had a time where we were hanging out together and we were like, ugh, when is this gonna be over? And I don't know, I think that's kind of, I don't want to go much more in depth than that because this video is already getting ridiculously long. So I'll just kind of sum up the rest of this as succinctly as I can. Throughout our junior year of college, Jason's technically senior year, our first semester we didn't spend a ton of time together because our schedules didn't line up. And then the second semester, we both had a decent amount of time off at the same time, so we started hanging out again and spending more time as friends, whatever. But there are great little memories that I have of us living together and us hanging out every fucking day. Whether that's us binging all of Young Justice or watching seasons 1 through 3 of The Flash, whether that's us watching a superhero show and eating pizza on our birthdays, going to see movies, playing Grand Theft Auto. I'm gonna be super totally honest, like, it's super weird to me that Jason isn't steps away all the time anymore. Like, it's been almost a year, but I feel like I should be able to go into the other room and be like, hey dude, what's up? Like, it's strange. Because I should mention that I also lived with Jason and a few other people junior year. Sophomore and junior year of Jason and I living together, it was like, man, you get to know someone after living with them for 2 years. So once they're out of your life like that, not really out of my life, but like physically, it's not a little, it's very strange. It's definitely a transition. We have hung out once since then in person, and if you want to see if we're still friends, you can just subscribe. But you can also watch the first video of our dumb channel, which is when Jason was visiting here for like a weekend in January. Jason, I miss you like all hell, and I wish that you could be here in Chicago so that we could be doing random stupid shit together all the time. But I understand, man, you've got a family, not like you're not like kids and shit, but you have a family and you got other friends and you have a life in Michigan. I totally understand and I'm respectful of that. But man, if there is any selfish part of me that can be speaking right now, it would say that I miss the hell out of you and I wish you were still in Chicago. All right, so this video has gone on long enough, sappy enough. Bleh. We're done. It's over. All right, but I think that sums up most of the story of mine and Jason's friendship. Jason, if I'm forgetting anything vital, please mention it in the beginning of your next video because I'm always forgetting things. So let me know. But as for all of you lovely people watching, like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and Jason, your topic for next week, because I've been having such bad luck with teachers this semester. What's your worst teacher experience?